I know it's got because we didn't, we haven't. This is we barely prepare or do anything. We've just kind of been talking, but it's like you did recently retire, which is a huge fucking thing for most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but I do feel like but it is a very specific like lifestyle where I just feel like do you want that for your kids or do you think about that at all?
Only if they want to, only if they want to, because if you are doing it for any other reason than the love of the sport, you will be miserable.
Oh, I'm sure.
Miserable.
There must have been like 7-footers.
Oh, there's so
to
many
me,
guys
it feels
who play.
like especially in the NBA because it's so height dependent.
Yeah.
There must who's the you don't have to name names, but there must have been guys who were like hated being in the NBA.
I mean, there's guys who would. Not publicly, I won't say anybody's name, but I can think of 10 guys off the top of my head right now who like hate maybe is like some guys for sure I know hated it and they just played because they were good at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, why not? I'm gonna make some money and play and
And those
are there's other guys who just like you can tell they like the idea of being an NBA player, but they don't love the game that much. Sure,
which I get.
But yeah,
which I fucking get, dude. I mean, I've said the player I've respected the most recently has been James Harden because it's been nothing but like whatever the fuck he wants to do. He throws that half season, gets fat as shit, goes to play. He's like, I want to play with my boys from when I was 20, and it's like he's just chasing his youth. That fails because of course it would. You know what I mean? You're like, there's no way being like, come on, guys. It's like the boys that were together. We were 21. We're all divorced now. We're getting a condo. That's kind of what that Nets team was, where it's like, KD, let's get it going again, bro.
Remember?
Yeah. Then he's like, me and Russ? No, it's actually, at first it was like Russ, then it's like, nah, dude, it's actually KD. And just like how him trying to recapture shit and like being awesome, and then like, it's like, damn, the hardest time is kind of hard.
Yeah,
you know?
he's gotten to every situation
he wanted.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is pretty great.
It's fucking
Sometimes
cool.
you got to take back the power.
You got to take back the power.
Take back the power from these owners.
Dude, fully. I literally do love that because I do think so much of people who are mad about player empowerment shit, it's kind of incel vibes where it's like, it's the way incels are mad women can fuck whoever they want. Those guys are like, the only thing we have is making them play where they don't want to. That's the only way my life is better than theirs.
You pick up that ball and you dribble.
Yeah.
You're feeling real good.
Like
you live in a city you don't want to live in.
A city you never wanted to live in, even though you have a skill set only 14 people on Earth can do.
Oddly like the mean alien from Space Jam.
Yeah, dude.
They're gonna do whatever I tell them.
It's literally like the only way those guys are the equals to NBA players is like sometimes they have to do shit they don't want, and then this bullshit like winning is so important. It's like, who fucking cares? It's cool as shit, and I'm a competitive person. I'm sure it's fucking awesome, but like, look. It's clearly not the only thing. You see these guys, like you see people who sold out for winning, and it would be cool to win. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, fucking Lance Armstrong had to chop one of his nuts off. And he got cancer because he was doing steroids. And it's like,
are we sure that's right?
I don't know. I didn't do any research. I think it didn't help. Put that Blake Griffin, Lance Armstrong.
Scientifically, I'm not sure that track, but whatever, for the sake of the pod.
But you know what I mean? It's like you see people who drove themselves to like winning at all costs. And it's like, yes, it's awesome, but it's like, that's just as unbalanced to me as like just having a good time.
I mean, so think about like, well, if you win at like the Michael Jordan, the Tom Brady, the Lance Armstrong, like the GOAT level, it's very much a part of your whole thing, right? Totally. But if you just like win a championship or you don't,
you get one.
Look at
Dirk is probably the best example, maybe.
Yeah. I mean he's just a Dallas. I mean he's a legend of all time. But like just
that's
like
kind of the thread in the needle
in this sport, right? But also like
sorry to cut
Charles
you off.
Barkley.
Yes.
Like is just as well known, maybe more well known as Dirk.
More well known. Yeah, no,
I don't
that's
know.
a great point.
I don't have a good pulse on because I'm
totally
basketball.
You're in
like,
that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
like,
ask Eldis. He's a fucking dork. You don't know shit. You definitely are more aware of Charles Barkley than Dirk.
Absolutely,
without question.
Yeah.
So I would say people who don't watch sports know about Charles Barkley more than they do Dirk.
For sure.
So it's like Charles Barkley never won a championship, chased it, almost got it, didn't get it, and so
that's a great example though, because like you see him and Shaq. And it's almost like Shaq goes to rings so fast.
Oh,
whenever.
Shaq, let me tell you something, Shaq.
That's really good, dude.
And Shaq's every single rebuttal is, well, yeah, you don't got rings.
Yeah.
Like, God, dude, okay. Can we get him a writer to let's get something else.
But I do think that's like, I think when you win at the highest levels, that's so important to you that like the rest of your life is just kind of, it's like, I do feel like Charles Barkley is happier than like even Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like I really would, because it's that thing of like what you're giving up. These are all just my theories. Yeah, this is all just me being like, I don't need to be as successful as I could. Well, you know what I mean? Like
winning a championship doesn't like, it just has no true effect on like your life after basketball, except for outside of maybe like trying to get in the Hall of Fame, which is cool. But I don't know. I mean, you can still go be successful.
Totally.
I don't know.
Well, that's I guess what I'm trying to say is like there are these things that are fucking awesome, and I'm not gonna say it's not awesome, but it's like there is just so much more to life, and so much more to just like, and there is like a value to just having honestly a good time or just enjoying yourself, and like even the like pursuit of like getting to the highest levels and just feeling that's kind of fucking cool. I mean, and obviously I'm a huge I've been a huge fan of yours just because I am a hoops guy. So I remember all those. I remember actually this is a devastating night for you. It was the first time I got
sweet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Well, it was the first time I got like pussy on the road was when the Rockets inexplicably came back against you guys. Like I remember I was in Boston opening for Bobby, and this hot girl, I just hook up with this hot girl, and the other opener hooks up with her friend, and I just wanted to keep. I was like, I really like that girl. She's cool. Yeah. But the other guy didn't like the girl he hooked up with. So he was like, nah, dude, we can't hang out with them anymore. Like we fucked them in my dick couldn't even get hard. I literally had too many pastries. This is like the glory. This is one of my happiest memories, by the way. But anyway, she was very hot and I liked her and I wanted to keep talking to her. And then he was like, nah, he tried to, leave the other one, and then we went and got roast beef sandwiches and went back to the fucking hotel room, and I remember being like so tuckered out I was like, wow, life on the road is awesome. I get pussy, I eat roast beef sandwiches and pastries.
Meanwhile, I'm having a meltdown.
And I'm like, and by the way, I was rooting for you guys. No, here's what I was rooting for you guys because I literally was a fan of yours. And
thanks, man.
And I'm like, and you guys, it was so in the bag that I went to sleep. Because it was, dude.
Me too.
Yeah.
We all did. Kind of all checked out of that one.
Fucking Josh Howe. And it was like they literally take Harden out of the game. And is that the genesis of the Doc blinking meme? Where Doc has no idea what's going on?
Was that from the Clippers? I thought that was from.
Oh, maybe it was.
I think it was from Boston.
But it just spiritually, it's what happened that night. But I do.
That's
Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to kind of remind you of that. Just wanted to remind you of that.
Do you remember being 21 and telling dick jokes in the diner? You piece of shit. Remember how you had it so made with that dentist girlfriend? And now look at you.
Now look at me, dude. Sweating through my own podcast.
I mean, I'm dripping in
I know,
here,
dude. We fucked up, Eldis. Doing kind of like the reverse Chris Farley show, where it's like, not even remember awesome stuff, but like, remember that one of the literally the worst moments of your career? That was pretty weird and bad, huh?
Fine,
but I got head that day.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy for you, man. That's dope. Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about any other losses?
No, that's enough, dude.